before the Ryan Garcia fight, we would have picked him to beat at least half the people that was put on the list. At least half of them,
Yeah,
probably
before the
more.
Ryan fight, absolutely.
At least half. At least half. It might could be more, but I'm just gonna say at least half just to be right. I'm about to pull up the list.
I got her up right now.
Oh,
A nigga,
yeah.
a nigga reposted it and it said 7-3.
I like it. Like I said, I'm not down on Devin Haney like everybody else. Mind you, I need to see more. Obviously, I'm not as high on him as I once was because it's up here. Like I said, the whole fight game is just. I just feel like he more mentally than physically. If he get back mentally right, he'll be alright.
Yeah,
If he
nigga.
get back mentally right, he'll be alright. But name the list. Oh,
Yep, he got Tiafimo, Shakur, Tank, Boots, Brian Norman Jr., Mario Barrios, Keyshawn Davis, Rowley, Connor Ben, and Ryan Garcia.
yeah.
He put Ryan Garcia last on purpose too. He did after that. After he took that Rolly L. He like we ain't really too worried about that right now. We go, even though that's the biggest money fight, but he already rich. He like fuck it. We ain't really too worried about that right now.
Mind you, we all would have picked him against Rolly. That's easy. I'm picking him against Rolly right now, but we definitely would have picked him against Rolly. He got a better shot now, but I'm still picking Devin Haney. Mind you, Connor Ben. Nobody thought nothing of him. We all would have picked Devin Haney to beat him at 47. Who else on the list? Mario Barrios. Even Pacquiao think he could beat him. That's why he picking him as the weakest champion. And at 46 years old, we would have picked Devin Haney to go to 47 and beat him as well.
That was supposed to be the plan. Remember, they had Devin Haney ranked at 47
Yeah,
when he first moved up.
we would have picked him to beat, especially after Abel Ramos. We would have picked him to beat him as well. Who else was on the list?
Keyshawn Davis.
Mind you, that's more of a 50-50. But before the Ryan
Keyshawn got to move
Garcia
up.
fight, he's the favorite. Now Keyshawn would be the favorite going into that fight. But before the Ryan Garcia fight, I like Keyshawn, but and mind you, I would have to break it down, but that's more 50-50 because I like Keyshawn. I would favor him to beat Devin Haney right now. But before that fight, he definitely coming in that fight as the favorite for sure.
Keyshawn, keep what you think about Keyshawn. Well, I mean, obviously, it probably take place when Keyshawn move up to 40 or something like that. They probably do it at catch weight or something. Uh, but I
I think
mean,
Keyshawn gonna be a welterweight one day though, so I think he could
yeah, I
definitely.
mean, like, right? Because I mean, it's 10 fights. I mean, that's years worth of fights. That's like, you know what I mean. So I get it. Yeah,
And he got a good frame, 5'9", so it's not like he 5'5" lightweight. And he already said I can't make 35 for too long. I'm not gonna be here for too long, so he gonna
Brian
be at
Norman Jr.
40. Brian Norman Jr. We would have picked him to beat him too. Now he'll be the favorite going into that fight. He's
Especially
shown to
the
be the
10th.
favorite going into that fight. Conor Bender now be the favorite going into that fight.
You think so?
Uh,
Well, yeah, yeah,
Broly
yeah.
will still be the underdog. He the only person that'll still be the underdog on that list.
I think a lot of people pick Rolly now though too.
No, he wouldn't be a big underdog, but he would still be the underdog on the betting odds. At least in my opinion. Like I said, Brian Norman, we just seen him do what he did. He'll be the favorite. He's showing me looking good. He'll now be the favorite. These fights that Devin Haney would have been the favorite in though before we seen what we seen. But now Keyshawn to be the favorite, Brian Norman to be the favorite, Mario Barrios to be the favorite, even though Devin Haney still got a chance to be the favorite in that fight because he did just look shaky against Abel Ramos. But I do think Vegas will make him the favorite. I do think more people would bet on Mario Barrios. But like I said, that's 50-50 though. That might even be the favorite. Only because we just seen a 40 pounder go 50-50 with you. So but who else was on there?
Tiafimo.
You probably was gonna be the underdog against him regardless.
Good fight though. I would favor Tiafimo right now. And Devin gonna like you said earlier, Devin gotta show me something again.
But before we was gonna pick Devin because we felt like he would have outboxed T.O.
Because we don't feel like T.O. do well with boxers, right?
Yeah, but obviously Boost would have been the favorite. Tank would have still been the favorite.
Shakur.
Shakur, even that's 50-50 because Shakur had to go to 40. So if Shakur was going up, like I said, if we talking about Devin, just how we felt about him after Regis, and just think about our feelings then, that's still 50-50. Shakur might be the favorite though, but that'd be, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney was the favorite because Shakur would be having to go up a weight class. And to be honest, Shakur ain't look too good his before the Padley fight, so who knows? He might have even been a favorite over him.
Right. I mean, yeah, before Padley, it was what the Japanese nigga. He did okay. He got him up out of there. But
Yeah, that was his last. I ain't gonna lie, that was his last great performance. Was that fight right there? That was like what 3-4 fights ago. He fought Padley, the boy Frank beat
oh yeah. The hard punching nigga.
Edwin De Los Santos, and then it was the boy you just mentioned. So that was been
I thought he was
that was the last time
no.
Shakur was firing on all cylinders. Was that fight right there? That's the last time. He looked good in the Padley fight, but that's still
Yeah.
not him firing on all cylinders. That fight was the first time that, like I said, everything was right. The body work, the jab, the counter punching, the combinations. He was attacking him. He was punching on him. He was trying to stop him. That was the last time that it was like a Jamel Herring type of performance.
No, yeah, I see it now. Yeah, that was before De Los Santos and De Los Santos.
What year was that?
23.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been 2 years since Shakur gave us an A+ performance. So I think that's another pressure on them going into the Zepeda fight. Because I ain't gonna lie, 24 months with a guy that we consider top 10 not giving you an elite performance. I ain't gonna lie, niggas who consider in the top 10, they don't go 24 months without giving you elite performance. I'm just gonna be real with you. Name everybody in the top 10 and name a time they went 24 months without giving you a complete performance. Bud Crawford never happened. Usyk never happened. Tank, it never happened. Anyway, never happened. Who else on there? Nakatani never happened. Bam, it never happened. Nobody on that list really went 2 years not firing on all cylinders. I'm just keeping it being with you. Like I said, we still think he top 10 though, but and I'm not even talking about just now. I'm talking about like in boxing period. I'm talking about in any era in boxing. Niggas ain't been on in any era in boxing. If you was on the top 10 pound for pound list, you wasn't going 24 months without giving niggas an A+ performance. It just wasn't happening.
Yeah, and that's
At least not in your
legit.
prime. At least not in your prime. Like I said, maybe in your era when you fading out, but we talking about a man that's 26, 27. Ray Leonard and Hagler, any era, Ray Robinson, Floyd, any era, them niggas wasn't going 24 months without giving you a great performance. Nobody on the top 10 pound for pound list. So he got, you mean, it's a lot of pressure on him because, like I said, everybody I just named that's on the pound for pound list. David Benavidez. You recall a year they went 2 years straight, and you was just like, yeah, he ain't been looking good for 2 whole years, 24 straight whole months. You don't recall that out of every fighter I just said.
Nah, man, he got to show up against the Williams Zepeda, man, and just unfortunately,
I ain't gonna lie,
Williams
bro.
Zepeda the toughest fight. So
If he don't do it again, bro, he gonna be in my top 15. But I'm gonna have to take him out my top 10. I can't let you go 3 years without giving me a A+ performance, bro, and have you in my top 10, bro. Because that's just not. Like I said, he gonna be in my top. He gonna be 11. He literally going. He just. But I can't. Like I said, nobody in the top 10 is going 3 years. And you like, damn, I ain't see them firing on all cylinders in 3 whole years. Because mind you, if he don't do it against the Zepeda, 2026 will be right around the corner, and it'll be 3 years before you know it.
Zepeda is
I'm
just unfortunately the toughest fight.
and I'm talking about an impressive win. I'm not talking about just the win. I'm talking about an impressive win. Like I said, the last time he's firing on all cylinders was that fight right there.
Nah, man, I need to see, like you said, I need to see some work in this Zepeda fight, man. He gotta let his hands go. He gotta be countering. We know the defense is gonna be there, but we need to see something come off that.
He
Yeah,
will
man.
though. He will. Just because
And the opportunity is gonna be there.
he won't have no choice though. That's the thing though. Like he won't have no choice. Like he won't have no choice.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
Zepeda already said he going for the stoppage. It's already done deal.
you're not gonna finesse him to a win. I'm gonna put it to you like that. He gonna out hustle you. Edwin De Los Santos, he got a high IQ. He a boxer puncher. So since he a thinker himself and he a boxer puncher himself, you was able to finesse him. Zepeda, like he don't be giving fuck about that high IQ. He don't even be thinking about half the shit Edwin was thinking about. Edwin's smart, so he think about shit. He thinking about the danger. That's why he not going in. That's why he also made it boring and didn't take too many chances. But Zepeda, he don't fight like he don't even think that hard to even think about the danger that much in
He
the
just got
fight.
that
So
throwing.
he go out there and he get busy. And like I said, if you Zepeda, you go out there, you get busy right away, and your best chance, and mind you, because in my head, if Shakur don't have hand problems, he gonna win easy to me, and I do think he will have give us his A+ performance. But if you Zepeda, like I said, you gotta make him react quick. Like what I mean, like make the fight, make him basically work early. Like so, even if his hands don't break, at least if he was working early, the fight could get tough because we know Zepeda not gonna gas out. And I never see Shakur gas out neither. But I think Shakur gonna stop him though.
So he's stopping him. The opportunity is gonna be there. That's the thing.
Because I mean, the nigga Tevin hurt him like 4 or 5 times. Like
Tevin was cooking. Zepeda done said Shakur ain't got the dog in him like Tevin.
it might be true, but we're gonna find out. It
Definitely
might be
about to find out.
it might be true though. You never
That's what
know.
Zepeda said. I don't know.
Because what I always say is a lot of times in them dog fights, that's really when the underdog really succeed just because he just been in that type of fight more. Like I said, when you're a kid like Shakur, he can tell you right now, nigga didn't boxed 1,000 rounds. He could tell you right now who been his most difficult competition, all on his 2 hands. Just because it's not too many times where you made him remember you. It's only too many. He can count on his 2 hands. Like, yeah, I remember him. I remember him. And the niggas he gonna be saying gonna be special as shit. So it's gonna be like, we understand why he cooked you. He gonna be saying special ass niggas like Bud, Spar Andre Ward. It's like, we understand why they bait you. You was young. It's fucking Bud. So it's like they don't have too many times where they see somebody and they really eye to eye with them.
Oh man,
That
he gonna
other
have to
guy,
work, man.
the underdog, he don't even remember who was tough because it was too many days. Because he don't have the Shakur talent, the Tank talent, and the Devin Haney talent.
He about to have to work on July, man. I'm excited to see what he gonna, how he kind of handle that pressure. Though I already know that's all he bringing in, though, so I'm sure he gonna have an answer for it. But
They got
yeah,
Shakur as the undercard though. That shit is crazy.
they say it's a co-main event.
Come on, cut that shit out, man.
That's what they said, man. I'm just telling you what they said.
That's just what they be telling. That's exactly what it is. Just what they say. Cause
You
that shit. Cause that's all it is. Cause we
say,
know what
nigga,
it
you are
is.
the co-main. You the fucking co-event, nigga.
Cause it's like
Not the co-main. Well, yeah, he is the co-main. I'm saying they said they bitch is a double header main event.
no. How and then he the clear bigger fighter. That's the thing though. I never seen it. Like he the clear right now. If Shakur and Elwin walk through a mall, who you think people gonna know more? Like cut it out.
And
El-
shit, Zepeda too. I would argue Zepeda more known than Shiraz, at least in the U.S.
Edwin, I don't know though, because Edgar did fight Canelo. Niggas might be like, yo, that's a nigga who was in there with Canelo.
Maybe.
But niggas gonna know for Shakur whipping ass. Like Edgar gonna get a lot of votes from.
And then people gonna know Shakur just because they know Tank, they know him and Tank want to fight. You know what I mean? Off that shit. Because every time that nigga goes to the Breakfast Club, what's the first thing they ask that nigga? When you gonna fight Tank? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Or every time Tank get interviewed, we gonna fight Shakur.
Yeah, it's the same shit. So they know Shakur off. You know, we already know Tank like a celebrity. He like a rapper, so they probably know Shakur based off him. Them niggas, man. What you think about your man Floyd Schofield Pops, man? They said they turned down the Millie for Abdullah Mason, but they signed a 5-year, $5 million deal with Golden Boy.
I mean, if that's why he turned down the million, then it's obviously a good business move. If that's the reason,
right?
Because
we go in there and lose against motherfucking Mason, we might not ever get that deal again.
Yeah, because obviously, you could bet on yourself and try to beat Mason and then try to ask for like 6, 7, but you might as well just take the guaranteed 5. And so.
And you don't never know. Within it's a 5-year deal. He could be one of them 5, and
it's probably like 10 fights in those 5 years, or probably like 15 fights in those 5 years, like
something like that. Yeah.
Cause I don't think he's the type of star where it's like 5 fights and $5 million. Like they not paying.
Hell no. And then you only gonna be fighting once a year. Hell no.
So it got to be like even 10 fights for 5 years is not a lot, to be honest. At least for a guy who, because he only like 23, 24. So at least for a guy that young, even that wouldn't be too many fights for over the next 5 years. But I don't know, who knows. But like I said, if you got offered 5 years, you got damn right you take that $5 million, because you always take the for sure money, because you don't never know what could happen in life.
Man, nigga, give me that $5 million, nigga, and I'm at least make $1 million, even if I get injured or something. I'm at least get one fight in, goddamn it, or whatever it is,
So
500,000, whatever it is. So we
they got that.
We cooked.
Because they got that in. I don't know how it is with boxing though, because I know in NFL, NBA, the contracts is like that. Like it'd be like in NFL, it'd be like sign a $70 million deal, 40 years guaranteed, and that mean like if you go out there and play one season and retire, and be like, yo, I decide I'm done playing football, you have to give him the $40 million. That's guaranteed, no matter what happens in his life. You just don't gotta pay him the other 30. I don't know if boxing is like that. I don't know if it's in your contract where, let's just say, $5 million and $1 million is guaranteed. Meaning, literally, if I want to fight once and retire, I get the $1 million. You just don't gotta pay me before. So I don't know if it's like that in the NFL, like how the NFL and the NBA is.
I be feeling like boxing more like, nigga, you got to show up on fight night to get this check.
Yeah,
so it might not be guaranteed. If you can't make it to the fight, we ain't paying you. But like you said, it could be different. It's just all depending what's in that contract. But
like I said, the NFL, they got it guaranteed. That means you can play 1 year and be like, yeah, I don't want to play football no more. They're going to be like, all right, bet. Gonna drop you the rest of your money to 40. And that's going to be that. You just won't get the 30. Because that was guaranteed money. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, boxing a Grammy sport. I could be wrong because we don't know the business, but I just don't see boxing being that fair, to be honest.
Hell no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like you got to show up on fight night, my nigga.
Like I could see it on a nigga contract like a Canelo or a Floyd or maybe a Tank. I could see that on their type of contract that if I fight one time and say I don't want to fight again, I'm guaranteed this. I could see that on the Floyd type of contract or the Canelo type of deal. I could definitely see that. But guys on that level, even the Shakur type level, I can't see it. I think it got to be like a high level.
Yeah, and this probably still iffy for them niggas. Shit, we probably definitely want you to show up on fight night. We got to give you $50 million. You
Especially
definitely got
for
to show up, nigga.
because they probably don't even do it for Tank. Because like I said, Floyd and Canelo, like I said, and there's only too many. There's only but so many niggas that's like been as big as them. It's only been like Ray Leonard, Oscar, Mike Tyson, Ali, George Foreman. It's only been like it's really only been like 25 universal boxers that like in their prime they could go to any city in any country in the world and they gonna get mobbed.
Yeah, no
It's
cap.
only
Manny
about
Pacquiao.
it's only about 20 of them in boxing history that, like I said, it's gonna be. And like I said, that's probably Oscar, Floyd, Manny, Canelo, Julio Cesar Chavez, Mike Tyson, Ali, Ray Leonard. Like I said, it's not too many.
Trying to think too. It's a few. Definitely Mike Tyson, nigga. Mike Tyson go anywhere on the planet, nigga.
And I'm just talking about back then, like even back then, that nigga. Because like I said, that nigga was the youngest champion in the world.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the segment where I watched that nigga. That shit was funny. Remember I always told you to watch that joint. You gotta go fuck with it.
With Mike Tyson shit?
Yeah, he literally on stage like it's a comedy show.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me.
He giving a segment about his life. Like I said, he get to this one part where he talking about there's a famous actor he used to date. I'm mad because everybody know her. I'm mad I don't know his name because you would know her automatically. Man, I don't know her name. Damn. But basically, he had this funny like little game in the joint where he was like let's just say he'd be like, I seen their car or something, and he'd be like, you want to know how I know? And the whole crowd would be like, cause you bought it. So he basically give you all the time. He just was on some dumb shit and young and dumb, and how he felt. And just like I said, he give you the real too though. Like it get like I said, it get like real gritty in there, but like I said, some laughter in there too.
Yeah. Nah, I done heard some crazy Mike Tyson stories.
That's the best Mike. I don't mind you. I done watched every Mike Tyson movie ever been made. I done watched every Mike Tyson show ever been made. That's the best breakdown of his life I ever heard, and no does because it's Mike Tyson giving it to you.
Yeah,
like you gonna literally feel like like you really know the nigga whole life. Like I said, that joint like 2 hours. He talked to you for a minute on that joint. That's a nice segment. By the time that shit done, bro, you gonna feel like you know the nigga whole life.
Now, I done heard some crazy stories about Mike, man, watching his podcast and shit. That nigga said him and Steve O was in the bathroom, nigga, putting coke and cigarettes, nigga, banging them bitches out. I'm like, God damn, Mike.
That nigga wilding like.
They said they was at one of them rich nigga parties. They said they went to the bathroom. They had coke and they emptied out the tobacco and the cigarette, put the coke in there, and was banging them bitches in the bathroom.
Shit.
I'm like, y'all niggas is wild, and that's some rich nigga shit. I'm scared of that type of shit. Y'all got that.
The Diddy party make that party not sound too bad.
Man, that nigga Meek Mill talking about, man. That nigga Meek. Sometimes I feel like, bro, Meek, bro. Sometimes you probably just shouldn't say nothing, bro.
Like, I hate that nigga. That nigga he just be talking because he rich. I'd be like, yo, just shut up. That nigga just be saying anything. Like he'll just post like anything. Like
I feel like, bro,
bought 10 Rolls Royces today. That motivated me. I had to buy 5 on the spot. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
I feel like, bro, Meek, sometimes, bro, you don't gotta say nothing, man. That nigga talking. What did he say, Doug? He said, man, every Diddy party I went to wasn't nothing going on. Only thing that was going on was some coke activities. I'm like, bro, just don't say nothing, bro.
Niggas is crazy, like.
He was like, ain't nothing going on but some niggas doing coke around that bitch. Typical rich nigga shit. I'm like, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie, people don't really bang with him in Philly. You know another person people don't really bang with? Bernard Hopkins. People don't really bang with him in Philly neither for
What a
just the same reason they don't bang with me. Like it's other shit, but for the most part, it just be like,
I thought
you
Meek
ain't
was the
signed
man
no
around that
Philly,
bitch.
you ain't signed no Philly rappers, and B Hop ain't signed no Philly fighters, and like, and it just be like, it just be looking like to the city that he don't want help. Like he made a post one day and was like, if all the rappers basically stop beefing, then I sign all of them. And they be like, bro, just say you don't want to sign nobody again.
Dog. Cause
Like,
nigga,
bro.
damn, he ain't signed nobody from there.
No, only nigga that ever got signed was Snoop. I know you remember Lil Snoop. No, not even, because he not even from Philly. I'm tripping.
I do remember Snoop though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody. That nigga from Baltimore. I'm tripping.
that nigga
Yeah.
even he was about to sign a nigga from here at one point.
Oh,
And like
Melly from Philly, but like,
that's his man's though.
I about to say that don't count. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's his man's though. That don't count.
So if you want to count him, technically, that's a rapper who got signed from Philly, but that don't count.
He damn near helped, man. He damn near helped found the
Yeah.
motherfucking company,
And to
dog.
be
That don't help.
honest, that's just putting your man's on payroll. Like
Yeah,
that's just
man.
so it's like.
Yeah, they don't count. I ain't counting no Millie. I ain't counting no Millie, man. He was
Yeah,
like 2015. He was about to sign a nigga from here.
the same with B
Like,
Hop. Name one Philly fighter that's been on that's been signed to Golden Boy.
not that I know of, at least. Unless I just don't know them niggas.
Mind you, we show them love. Like I said, they definitely niggas fanboys. So if they walk in the city, no duh. Even niggas talk about, they see him in person, they gonna be a fanboy to him. So,
Yeah.
but niggas don't really be as high yet behind closed doors as much as people be. Like niggas like Kevin Hart, like niggas fuck with Kevin Hart.
No, hell yeah.
Like I said, he follow a nigga, so I fuck with Kevin Hart long, but
niggas fuck with Lil Uzi out there.
Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with Lil Uzi, man. I like Uzi. He be a little weird sometimes, but I like his music.
Yeah, nigga be a lot of weird, but
he be a little weird, but I like his music though.
Yeah, I like his old music. I like that 2016 and 2018.
Yeah, that was the time though.
I ain't really listened to him since then, but that was enough for me to like him enough forever. So
no, yeah, I fucks with Uzi. I fuck with Uzi.
Like I said, once I fuck with a nigga, especially your music, it's like even if I ain't gonna listen to nobody forever, it's really somebody I listen to forever. But it's like once I had a time period, I was like, I fuck with your music forever. It's cool, even if I don't listen to it.
Cause the nigga had a crazy run, man. Nigga run was wild. I mean, he's still doing his thing. Even if a nigga don't listen to him as much, he's still going crazy.
Yeah. And he always, like I said, he got a process now. That nigga wait 5 years for he drop now, so go number one every time.
Man,
it's working though, so I ain't gonna get mad at him. It's working every time he do that. That shit go crazy on the charts. So
man,
only way you could get mad at him if he did that and didn't go crazy. So that shit, his next album ain't gonna drop to 2029. Fucking with him.
Nigga getting too much money, he can do shit like that.
And then that shit gonna go crazy because everybody was. I remember everybody's waiting for that one joint he dropped that went number one. Nigga should be speaking on that album.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name.
Yeah, I believe it was through that 2016 and 2018 stage, but I could be wrong. It might have been a little later. I'm pretty sure it was through that.
My nigga Lil Uzi, that nigga funny, man. That nigga hilarious. He a little weird though, like I said, but he seemed like a cool nigga overall. I'll give him that.
I mean, he's from the P Skeezy, so
I'm an honorary P member, man. So I fuck with him.
No, don't care.
at this point, bro. Nigga, it be, I don't know if it's just because obviously we got the shit, so I might be typing Philly a lot, but it'd be a whole bunch of all the Philly pages be popping on my motherfucking timeline and shit.
Yeah, I told you that you mean Philly people, they fuck with you around here, man.
I'm pulling up, man. I'm trying to see what's going on down there. You already know we got a couple connects, man. We can pull up on JYD. Who was down there?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's your connect.
Tay, he in Boots Gym.
Yeah, facts. He definitely our way in there.
Nigga, as soon as you trying to do an interview, bro, at the gym. At the gym though, we gotta be at the gym. I got the camera, I got the tripod. We get that bitch set up. Definitely gotta pull up to the dungeon one time.
That shit. Like I said, we got, I just want to see the Brian Norman and Boots fight.
No,
I
that's
ain't gonna
gonna
lie,
be
I want
ridiculous.
to see that fight so bad, just so I can talk my shit, like, cause I just like, cause they can record that conversation.
You say after that fight happened, nigga.
Cause I'm gonna call them that. I'm gonna be the one calling them, so they can record that one. I don't want to hear none of that. You was right, shit. Nope. I'm talking my shit. I'm not trying to hear none of that. But
what's a realistic timeline you think that could happen?
Might never happen, but because honestly,
no cap though.
if you
Real
Brian
shit.
Norman, you 23, 24 years old. If you Boots, you've been at the weight class since 2016. Mind you, what I always tell, my always opinion on it, if you wait too long at one weight class, when you get to the next one, it's not gonna be as easy to make as you think because you jumping up. That's why Devin Haney went to 40. It's still because nigga, you stayed at one weight class for a decade. You've been time to move up. So that's why 140 wasn't as easy to make as you thought it was. So if Boo stayed there too long, you stayed there to 2026. That's a complete decade. We at year 9 right now. You go 2026. That's a complete decade. And to make the fight happen, you would have to at least wait to that long. So you would have to at least wait to stay 10 years in the weight class.
No, it's automatic 2026 years, so.
And like I said though, and and
unless they did it in like December, which I still don't think is gonna happen.
and your best bet is to like the first fight of 2026. I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't know when that's gonna be, but your very first fight 2026, you need to be that.
If you all gonna do it, type shit.
You need to go to cause you don't want to stay here, and then like I said, by the time you move up, 154 ain't gonna be as hard to make. You gonna already be thinking about 60, cause not too many people should be staying at one weight class for a decade. So
Boots said he good. You think he capping?
No, I think he are, but even with that being said, though, it's still.
But he was hesitant on when niggas were asking what he gonna do after the fight, though.
That's still a lot, though, cause. And to be honest, the money fights is up there, so it's like, and we're gonna be real. Right now we're 24. He gonna go to 54 one day, so it's like,
yeah, fact.
If you do, to be honest with you, it's gonna be bigger because to be honest, if you do your job, if both of them do their job, and what I mean by do their job, let's just say Boost right now and be like, I'm done with 47, I'm going to 54. You would be there for at least 2 years. Brian Norman probably gonna be at 47 for at least 1 or 2 years. Hopefully, you stamp yourself as the best 154 pounder in that 2 years. And hopefully Brian Norman, while he had 47 in the next year or two, he's stamping himself as without a doubt the best welterweight in the world. And then when he move up, that's an even bigger fight. But that's if y'all both, don't take no bruises, no lumps, no upsets, things of that nature. But because like I said, he's 24, bro. He's not gonna be there till he's 35. Like nigga gonna go to 54 one day. Nigga 24 years old.
Yeah, it's just it's like I said, Boots when they asked him after the fight, he was like, I ain't, we don't know yet. We gonna think about it. But I feel like he's still hooked on that undisputed shit.
Yeah, and like I said, you can still be hooked on it. Like I said, it just is gonna be a tougher route, but you can still go get it. 54, right? Like I said, it's more money. You gonna make more money fighting, cause like I said, bro, Xander about to become champion. That's easy money, easy pay. If you Erickson Lubin, you might want to hold out. You might need to see if Xander, because you might need to see if Xander want to give you a shot. You might hold on back, hold on. You fight somebody else real quick. I'm gonna go fight Xander. Like, you know what I mean? But like I said, if you Boots, Xander probably gonna be champ. You'll have to go through Bacron, Xander Zayas, and Fundora. Mind you, I do believe they'll find a way for no, yeah, what's the name got one belt now? So who got the fourth belt?
I think that's the one Fedora about to get, right?
No, he got one already. Remember, he gave one up.
Not Fedora, but Xander. Because remember, he declined. He
We
declined.
still missing one though, because remember it's Bacron, Xander, and Fundora. We still missing a belt.
Oh, Bud vacated, so I think it's vacant.
Virgil, we just gonna throw. We know they're gonna find a way for Virgil to get it. So we just gonna throw Virgil. We know how the politics work. He definitely gonna be world champion. So cool, Virgil. You can still be undisputed. You just gotta go through them four. And there's way
And
money your fights. You can get paid way more than fighting Brian Norman, Stanionis, and Mario Barrios. You can get paid way more fighting Xander, Fundora, Baccarat, and definitely Virgil Ortiz. Because you got to fight him last.
yeah, niggas want that fight. Yeah, that's your money fight. That's your rivalry fight right there. Your real rivalry right there.
I always say your rivalry fight is the first time where you really hear it a lot that people think you're gonna lose. Because like for instance, a fighter like Shakur, how many times in his career like was he really hearing he was gonna lose? Like it really never happened for real, almost. And it's like so like that's what's gonna be fighting Tank, and even for Tank, that's gonna be the most you ever hear fighters and other analysts and other media guys. That's gonna be the most you hear them ever pick against you. Same with Bud and Spence. You're never gonna hear the media pick against you more than you did in that fight. So it's like that's your rivalry fight. That's the fight where Boots and Virgil. That's gonna be the most y'all ever heard. Everybody just picking against y'all and thinking y'all not gonna be successful. Because for the most part, every time y'all went out there, we think y'all gonna be successful. Because even if you bring up the Belichick fight, none of us thought that was gonna be that hard. So
Yeah, no.
even that fight don't count because if we just going by what we think going into the fight, nobody was talking about you about to lose. So it's like even that fight don't even count. So it's like the same with Boots. Never been in no fight where, like I said, you hearing people, analysts, and everybody pick against you. Nobody picking against you. No analyst ever picked against you in no fights right now. Same with Virgil. Same with Shakur. Same with Tank. So it's like, and I'm hoping Boots and Virgil don't stall us out. How
Man,
Spence and how Tank and Shakur are doing right now.
that's what it seemed like gonna happen. No, I ain't gonna lie.
No, I ain't gonna lie, it happens to every big
I was about
fight.
to say that's exactly what it seemed like gonna happen.
Because if that fight, realistically, bro, that fight not happening until about 2029, maybe 30. No bullshit.
30?
Because you gotta think about it, bro. Everybody bullshit the first 2 years, so he not gonna be at 2020. Let's just say in a perfect world, he go to 154 in 2026. Nobody fights their rivalry their first year. They go in the weight class, so 2026 is dead. Nobody fights their rivalry the second year in the weight class, so 2027 is dead. It get realistic around 28, 29, and 30. That's when the shit actually starts getting realistic. 28, 29, and 30 is when that shit gonna actually get made. One of them 3 years. And to be honest, that shit'll never happen the third year. So it's will most likely be 29 or 30 that the fight really get made.
Man, Turkey put that money up. They'll fight.
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga be talking though. None of these fights be getting made.
I think Turkey, man. He gonna He making them fights, man. Don't do
Like I ain't
Turkey like
calling him
that.
no liar. Like I understand that he just saying fights that he want and he assume he gonna make them, but that nigga just be talking like, bro, just make the fights first and then talk. That nigga just be, nigga, we be how many cards we done posted up that they had to take down because that shit was just rumors. I remember where everybody was posting the Virgil versus Boots joint, like.
No, they was in some type of talks or some shit. And that shit quickly ran. That shit was all fast as hell.
He just got mind you. He made some good fights. I really thought this Virgil and Magic Dog Jones was gonna be a good joint. Virgil really showed his level in that fight. No bullshit.
Fuck. No, that's gonna be the one though. That's gonna be one, like you said, one of them Tank Shakur type bitches. But like you said, I just think them boys gonna take all day. Like I said, hopefully Turkey put that money. Yeah, get them boys 10 million.
Bro, when the last time a rivalry happened in their first 12 months in the same weight class? Like, this would be the first ever.
Man, get them
Well,
boys
at least
10 million. Man.
at a modern era. That shit happened back in the 80s and 70s and shit. They got shit. That's why niggas fought each other at 22,
I was about to say, nigga, James Toney was the best in the world at 23, nigga.
But I'm talking about, no, I ain't gonna lie. That's the only thing that I love about. That's why they damn near was burnt out by like 27, 28. Because Roy Jones, Ray Leonard, James Toney, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns. All them, well, I ain't gonna lie, my head kind of got on a little late. But all them other guys, Oscar De La Hoya, even the Shane Mosley in his prime, niggas forget about him. The steroids kind of effed him over because but even Shane Mosley, these guys was top 10 in the world. Everybody just named 22, 23, 24 years old. Like James Toney was a first ballot Hall of Famer by like I remember Roy Jones fought him in I said I remember like I was alive. I wasn't, but I remember when he fought him in and I think it was like 94. I'm almost right, I'm pretty sure. I'm about to look it up though, just to be certain. But I remember when he fought him in 1994, he said, "Yeah." Roy Jones said, "Yeah, I gotta fight the legend." You know what my first instinct was? I said, "Dang, the nigga turned pro in '88." He said, "I gotta fight a legend." It's 1994. God damn, that's how dominant niggas was.
Nah,
Super
niggas was,
early.
man, they was cooking. I'm telling you, I watched all James Toney fights, bro. That nigga was 23, number one in the world, bro. I'm like, God, what the fuck?
And he was the favorite going into the Jones fight, the slight favorite, but he was the favorite.
I'm like, nigga, what? Where the fuck is niggas don't do that type of shit no more? That shit is over with. Not at 23. I mean,
Yeah, that shit was in 1994. Yep.
in
I just
94, yeah, them too far.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
looked it up. So that nigga 6 years after he turned pro said, "Yeah, I gotta prove myself against the legend." I said, "Damn, bro, he turned pro six years ago. We already called niggas legends." And it's like, you gotta think about it. By the time they was 25, 26, these niggas was first ballot Hall of Famers.
Niggas already, yeah, man, pound for pound, number one, twos, and threes.
Like Ray Leonard already fought Duran and Wilfredo Benavidez. Like before he was like 24, he fought both of them at like 22 and 23. These two first ballot Hall of Famers. When the last time you seen a nigga fight two first ballot Hall of Famers before he 25? When the last time you seen that in modern boxing? That's the best part about that era. Outside of how they fight and how mean and how they really get busy, them niggas was fighting in they actual peak prime, like no bullshit.
Yeah, my nigga. I had watched that. I watched that James Toney that James Toney Roy Jones so many times. My nigga, I'm a James Toney guy, but Roy Jones my favorite fighter, but still, I'm a James Toney guy. But that nigga Roy was in that bitch cooking that nigga, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I know that shit was crazy live. That shit had to be crazy live.
Roy was different though. I mean, he don't count.
I'm like, bro, he just cooking
And
the
this
other
another
best
thing.
nigga in the world.
Another thing I like about about them back in the day is they all fought a lot. Like they fought a lot of guys that was like just tough and
Yeah.
wasn't even the best, and they just fought just to stay active. Like
No, that's facts.
they fought niggas we never heard of. When I be watching their documentaries, I'd be like, yeah, then he defended his title for the seventh time against this guy. Like I never heard of you.
No, it's a lot of that, a lot of them fights on their record. They just
Whole
be little
time they talking about he
tune-ups.
defended his title for the seventh time this year. Like that's they not even
No,
talking.
they was fighting a lot of tune-ups before they got their next big fight.
But that's what made it good though, because like I said, it just. And I remember Sean Porter used to try to tell fighters like, even if you waiting for the big fights and you waiting for a fight to be a certain price, start growing your fan base by just fighting, just by going out there, because people gonna come to see you regardless. So it's like, and that's some real shit. And that's the model they took. It's like, I'm James Toney. Like, nigga, it don't matter who I fight. I'm the best fighter in the world. They're gonna come see me.
Man,
Why would I not fight for 6 months, 8 months until I get this fight? I'm the best fighter in the world. I can fight the trash guy. They're going to show up for me.
no, they was pulling up for James. For anybody in that era that was had a
But to
big
say
name.
anybody top 10 in the world in
Yeah,
any era of boxing, we pulling up for. Like
that motherfucking bro. Yeah, I gotta say it, bro. That fight, man. I'm like, nigga, I ain't think he cooked him like this. Like the first time I watched it, I'm like, bro, I ain't think he cooked him like this. And that was probably like another like Bud Spence like moment. Like niggas thought that bitch was about to be the craziest fight in the world.
James wasn't as decorated. I ain't gonna lie, he another one. I can't call him like a late bloomer, but he wasn't as decorated. Even though he was a late bloomer, because some people consider like even if you start at 12 or 13, some people consider that late. But he started running like that 12 to like 15 stage, but he only had like 34 amateur fights. And he went crazy in the pros. So like, to
Mm.
start that late, like I said, I won't call it late because you start at 12, you could be decent. You could be definitely a first ball of famer, but late is usually to me. I give late. You gotta be like I'm gonna say like under 14, or I don't know. I guess I go like 16 and up or something.
That shit.
My
Nah,
man
yeah,
B
but
Hop though,
you don't start at 8, nigga.
B Hop the best fighter. He won almost every big fight except for the Roy Jones fight, but he beat Oscar. He beat Trinidad. Like that nigga beat some niggas, bro. Like watching his documentary and just seeing all the guys he beat. Mind you, he went up against Jermaine Taylor. Mind you, he fighting guys and they studs. That's like if like to put into perspective how good Jermaine Taylor is. That's like Shakur. That's like if Keyshawn was like, I'm gonna fight Abdullah Mason next. Like that's like a young stud in his prime, giving another young stud that really could take you out, man. You still the favorite, but he really the goods. And it's like he was beating these young studs, like he was, and they went on to still be great fighters. That's another part I like about it. When these fighters lost early, like if you was great, bro, you was gonna be great.
Nah, man, you gonna get your get back.
Like right now, if Keyshawn was to fight Abdullah and Mason was to lose, it's like 9 times out of 10, he's still gonna go on to be champion a couple times.
Cause he's gonna get another shot.
Because if you the goods, you the goods. Like if you the goods, you go overcome it eventually. Like that's what it is.
No, nigga, that when you really get to watching, like when I really start sitting down and watching like the old school fighters, that's when you start realizing what niggas be talking about. Like these niggas do not want to take that risk in that bitch.
Especially in the '80s, because
Especially the 80s,
I could
90s,
watch
man.
them just because I told you the '70s. I like the '70s too, but the '80s and up is where I say the '80s and up is they could fight in our era and they could dominate any era.
Man, them 90s, man,
I like the
80s,
'70s
90s,
too, but
crazy.
'80s is really where shit got hectic and like I be watching some of the shit that Tommy Hearns was doing. I was just watching his joint, and And I was watching some of his arsenal, and I was like, damn, like that'd be a lot to deal with today. Like,
bro. I swear I would be watching some of them fights, and I'm like, bro, he could fight, and he could beat a lot of people today. Like, he could beat a lot of people. At least I think so today.
that shit was like,
Especially like you said, you guys superstars at the time. You know that's gonna translate.
and like when you watch him, it's like only people you question yourself is honestly against the top ties, because it's like they'd beat everybody today. You just only question if they'd be like the
what
top.
Up though?
Top.
What's good, Brody? What time was it?
I was watching the Tommy Jones. Was lit. They definitely robbed my man in that second Ray Leonard fight. It's hard though. Dropped him
Tommy Hearns?
Dropped him like 3 times. But it is what it is. You know, they was doing that A-side shit back then in the 80s. I definitely caught that. I said, "Wow, I said you good, Tommy." Even Ray Leonard said that Tommy Hall of Fame inductee John said Tommy really won that second fight. I'm like, yeah.
Tommy Hearns, he pull up to all the fights that be at downtown and shit. He pull up to every one of them bitches. I didn't see Tommy Hearns every month. No cap, I see Tommy Hearns every month, dog. And he cool as hell. Like I done seen him.
Picky.
I gotta get the picky, you know. Cap. I didn't like seeing him like coming into the building and shit. And like he was walking past me, he done said what up to me, all type of shit. Like,
you gotta get the pick, yo.
He cool as as hell. I ain't gonna. He a cool OG. He a cool ass OG. I'm gonna try to get his son on the podcast. He an amateur fighter. He older dude. He grown though. I think he just took some fights, you know, just cause. I'm gonna still hit him up like, you Tommy Hearns' son, bro. Pull up on the podcast. And it makes sense now because you actually boxing, nigga. So shit. And he think he had 2 sons. One of his sons got like an amateur knockout that went viral.
Why you mean Clarissa Sills going through all this drama with Remy Ma and Pat Poose and all that?
Cause man, people be bigging it up, man. I be like, man.
As soon as I said that was the first thing that popped up was Remy Ma talking.
I seen that as soon as I went on Instagram too, dog. And I'm like, bro. I mean, cause you know people gonna talk shit. Like he went. It's like at least it seemed like he just dropped Remy Ma and went straight to Clarissa Shields, bro. I'm sure something happened in between. They probably weren't fucking around for a long time, whatever it was. But it just seemed like to the public, like he just got to say fuck Remy Ma, or there's something happened. I don't know. That's crazy. That shit crazy though, man. She gotta chill. Remy Ma gonna pop her. She ain't about to bite your ass.
She already did 6 for doing that.
For doing that, right? Yeah, she Clarissa to move to celebrity status for real. Nah, you got your relationship drama out there. You a real celebrity, nah.
I was watching Caitlyn today.
I seen your motherfucking stories, nigga.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy for real. Every game day I get
Clark,
right to
man.
it. Every game day I get right to it. Like, gotta let them know. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with the female Hoopers now. That should be nice game.
It's hot. It's hype now, bro. They changed the whole, bro. Her and Angel Reese, they changed the whole thing, like the whole aspect of women's sports, like hooping. Like that shit is crazy. They got fucking TV deals now. All their games going crazy, getting crazy viewers. Like this shit is crazy.
That's like I said. That should be entertaining. Them like girls definitely go hoop.
Man, they really can hoop too.
I was watching Ajayi Wilson play, bro.
Who?
No.
Oh, the girl that went to LSU.
No. The one that just won MVP in the.
Oh, yeah, they got the shoe now. They got the shoe out now. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
She date Bam.
Adebayo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bro, she dated the best player in the league right now until Caitlin Clark take over here right now. But
she older though too, ain't she?
Yeah, I know she's like 29. She's not too old. I mean, she just won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. So,
Yeah. I
uh,
thought, but I knew she was kind of like a vet, like she ain't no younger player
no,
type.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Uh, she went to South Carolina. You know, the one national championship with them was the first pick. Uh, Probably the greatest WNBA player accolades. Wow, she got like 2, 3 chips, like 2, 3 MVPs. She just went to the finals and lost to probably the second best player of all time, and Breanna Stewart. Uh, she really now I ain't gonna lie, she the most winningest player I ever seen in my life was Breanna Stewart. I remember she played college. She won. I think she won a national title 3 out of the 4 years, if not all 4 years.
Where'd she go?
And I think she
UConn.
lost. Yeah, she was on UConn, and I think she lost.
I didn't even know that. I just guessed because I know they had that crazy run.
I think she lost one game out of like 120 college games. I think this girl won 3, 4 national championships. She won College Player of the Year 3, 4 times. This girl lost one game out of like 120 games.
No, that
Then she went
UConn
to
team
the.
was nuts.
I know that year, that 4 year stretch. Then they went to. She went to the WNBA. She was the best player in like 3 years, won MVP. Then Ajayi Wilson got there. She started rivaling her, but Breanna Stewart got the chip. And then the Ajayi Wilson, it's a real rivalry too. It's like this was like some Larry Bird magic shit. Brianna got the chip first, and then Ajayi Wilson got the chip, and then Breanna Stewart got another chip, and then Ajayi got two, and then they just went to the finals again, and Brianna got one of them. So it's like them two girls, they like KD and Brown, but Ajayi Brown, no bullshit. Her mid range as consistent as Shy, no bullshit. That shit
So she
bread.
motherfucking.
No bullshit, bro. She shoot that shit at like Shy, bro. That shit automatic on everything, bro. That shit is bridge. Man, she just averaged 27 to 12. So I had to go check her out because I'm like, yeah, she winning MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year, and averaging 27 and 12. I'm like, yo, who are you? 3 blocks, 2 steals. I'm like, yo, who is you? I had to come check her out. I'm like, oh, are you? She shot. Man, she like a 6, 7 shot, bro.
She got
It,
a her shoe cold as hell too. I like her shoe.
bro, she that mid range, bro. I'm trying to tell you. She
So
shoot
she
that shit as
motherfucking.
consistent as my man shot. No bullshit.
So she Joe Johnson out there with the mid range.
No cat, bro. That shit is. Brianna, she like KD. She just like a 6'9". Mind you, that's like being a footer in the NBA. Niggas, they don't really be that big. So she like a 6'8", 6'9", and she really put that shit on the floor, shoot three. She like a 50, 40, 90 player. So she like KD. And she playing with a tough ass point guard who also like top 10 greatest ever.
Who?
You know, the John Sabrina.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
also was she also had a crazy college run
I
too.
remember her. Yeah, I remember her coming out.
She
She
definitely
can
got
shoot
her
like a
about
motherfucker too. Hey,
yeah,
she the
yeah.
shooter for real. Yeah.
She got her about like 1, 2 nationals too. Won her about like 2, 3 college players of the year. She had a college dominant run. I like Breanna Stewart because like I said, she might have won a national all 4 years, but she
Now I
definitely
remember the Sabrina girl.
she definitely won a national or probably two though. She definitely had a good run too. Cause she was the first pick too. That's all these girls were the first. That's what I like. That's another thing I like about the WNBA, bro. Nobody be busting that joint. Everybody who the first pick, they the shit right now. It's not one first pick who be like that. At least from what I'm seeing, everybody I just named, literally everybody I spoke on was the first pick, and they all first ballot Hall of Famers and they shit. Jai was the first. Breanna Stewart was the first. Caitlin Clark was the first. Paige was the first. She gonna be a first ballot. Juju gonna be first. She gonna be a first ballot. Like all these girls. I watched Caitlin play today against the first pick. She was nice. I'm like, yeah, they all nice. Like,
She got
cause
some.
you,
I about to say, did the Page girl get some run yet?
yeah, she start, bro. She the first pick.
I know I've been watching her since high school. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, she had a crazy college run. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
yeah, she's sweet as hell.
I told niggas, bro. Juju like KD. Clay and she like Steph. Paige, bro, she like Brown, bro. Mind you, they all in the same class. No, my fault, not Juju. Uh, Paige and Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and all them, they all was in the same class. You know, Paige could have got drafted last year, but she would have been the second pick, obviously.
She
But
got injured that year too. I feel like.
yeah, so that's why she chose to come back. She didn't want to get drafted as off an injury, even though she still would have got drafted second, right behind Caitlin Clark, even off the injury. But in that draft class, she was the number one player in that class, and she was that too. She definitely was
So I
that.
was
Like I
watching
said,
Paige. Paige is shit.
she like
Paige, your hoop.
LeBron, bro. She do everything, and she really clamp up. She really don't play that shit on defense. So it's like
She was hooping last year when she was hooping against USC and all them. I was watching all them games. She was hooping against
oh yeah, I
Juju.
remember she just won a national. She just won a national. She just won
Or
a national championship. She won everything. I remember her. She played against Caitlin. Remember, Caitlin lost in the national championship the year before, and she had to beat UConn to get to the national championship. You know, we got that dub over her because
yeah,
Double C don't play, man. Whenever we see who, I ain't gonna lie, Juju, she the one though. She the one though. Like
no, they've been saying that for. Like, you ever seen that
she the
viral clip about the photographer that seen her at 13 or some shit like that?
no, I ain't see her.
But basically, the nigga, he said he do sports photography, so he seen Juju play at 13 years old. He tweeted when she was 13, he was like, "This is the best sixth grader I ever seen in my life. Be on the lookout." And nigga,
No,
10 years.
that was about
Oh,
Paige.
Paige, that was Paige, not
Yeah, that
Juju.
was
I
Paige.
meant Paige. I meant Paige. Yeah,
Yeah.
I meant Paige. Yeah, Paige.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That's what Paige is. But I ain't gonna lie,
Juju the shit.
she's the one.
She the shit.
I ain't gonna
She
lie
hooped
to
like
you.
straight up man. She hooped like she at the LA
She's
Fitness with
the
the
only
niggas.
person. She's the only female that I could see going into Caitlin Clark draft class, and you might have to pick Juju first. Mind you, Paige, I recall the LeBron,
Only way you could, all right, because Caitlyn had did a little bit more. That's it.
but
If it was
she
one and
just
done though, that if that was the case though, it'd have to be one and done. So it'd
yeah.
be different. It'd be different. I see what you're saying. It'd be different.
But because even then, even by the time Juju a senior, because it's like, damn, it's like, bro, it's too
Hopefully she's
much.
straight though. She just tore some shit, didn't she?
Yeah, no bullshit. Yep. And her class get looted every year. She still show dominance. Like, so you gotta remember this girl playing with like her class was just the highest draft class of 2025. So mind you, she playing with five. She playing with the best of the best, and like you can see like it's a big difference. She playing with all 5-star girls who gonna get drafted in the WNBA too, and it's like the talent gap is like super duper wide.
No fact. No, they cold. No, yeah, Juju different. She'd cook a lot of niggas out here. That's just on the street at the LA Fitness. She putting them boys to work. She probably quick. She probably stake a nigga.
Oh, for sure.
Cause she one of them girls too that you know how a lot of girls they do that extra hop when they shoot. She don't do none of that shit. That bitch coming right off the wrist.
All right. Cause that shit get right to it.
That bitch her Caitlin Clark too. She just come up and throw that bitch though. Caitlin Clark. She just throw that bitch up.
Yeah.
That bitch go in.
I told you that's what's gonna make her great. Cause she do one thing at a crazy level is just crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, Paige gonna be coming for a lot of Caitlin Clark records. She gonna be the second. How Caitlin Clark was the fastest player to ever get 20 and 10. Paige gonna be the second fastest player ever to get that. Remember I said it first. Remember she just got well she ain't just get she had 12 and 10.
How much you said? How much Paige had?
12 and 10.
Shit, still shit. She already proven that this WNBA shit don't matter. I'm still cold.
And she had 3 steals.
Like this is nothing new. Y'all just this the same shit, man. And they get right to it after the draft, bro. They season start like a month after the draft, bro. Bro, they get drafted and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, they got a hoop.
You don't really get no off season.
Yeah, that should be crazy. Yeah, like you said, you don't get no off season coming out of college. You got to go bright. Your season, NBA season, about to start. Because I've seen that shit. I'm like, bro, I could have swore they just got drafted last month. Like, didn't they?
That shit wild, bro. Ah. Oh shit. About to DoorDash and McDonald's or some shit, man.
Man, I'm already here. I got the Chinese today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was on today. The
I'm
Chinese.
definitely on that tomorrow for sure.